She worked at a smoothie shop in Florida.
Oh.
Really? At what age?
I don't know. It didn't say the ages.
Had to be young.
Yeah. All young and Megan Fox making your smoothie. I bet dudes were in there all day.
Well, I remember a girl that was smoking hot when I was in high school. Used to work at a creamery, and you would stand outside waiting in line. I would go there every single day and was too nervous to say anything. And I stalked her house once, and then she was walking in the house, and he yelled something out the window, and I think she called the cops, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you got to learn how to talk to girls. It's not natural.
I just Googled, like, how old was Megan Fox when she was selling smoothies. The article also says that she had to dress up as the mascot.
Yeah.
Which was a big banana.
Yeah, see that?
Oh my
why
gosh.
you're wasting her potential.
Yeah.
We're marketing
she's the face of the franchise.
Right.
She is marketing herself. I mean, she is modeling, technically.
Yeah, but she's in a banana
As
suit.
a banana.
So Megan Fox did that. Tom Hanks sold peanuts and soda at baseball stadium when he was 14 years old. My brother did that at the Greensboro Coliseum, matter of fact. When he was 14 or 15, whatever.
You can be that young?
I think it was a summertime job.
Okay.
And it work permit type thing. But he sold popcorn at games and stuff. I was like, "You get to watch games?" He's like, "No." I said, "You're really busy the entire time." I know they don't do that anymore. Is that a COVID thing? Or certain places. I was somewhere and I was like, "This would be perfect." Somebody was walking up and down the aisle.
Not sure.
I've not seen it. I've been to football games. I've been to basketball games. I've been to concert. Well, I understand the concerts. That'd be annoying. Somebody's in your way.
Well, when I
I
went
feel
to
like it's always been kind of rare.
Yeah. I mean, they used to be more common. I do know if you go to, like, the Wake Forest game, per se, there, and you want a beer, there's people now standing there right near the edge, but they're not walking up and down the aisle.
Panthers games used to have somebody walking up and down for drinks and stuff. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't know that stopped during COVID.
Because they would have like that big stick with all the cotton candy and stuff on it that they'd walk around with. Like
Well, that was the
circus.
worst at the circus when they do that with the toys and it costs $50 a toy.
Yeah, that's why they do it.
Please don't come out here. Oh, here it comes. Let's go to the bathroom now.
Did you like the battery-powered light-up stick?
Yeah.
Oh, those things were awesome. They'd spin.
all the
$50.
live stuff. And then your kids are already there, and they walk right in front of your kid's face.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy, can I have one, please?
And all the other kids have them.
Everyone else has
one. And the funny thing is about it,
$40.
And that's when you realize you're poor.
I remember getting free tickets to the circus. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, great expense. Got the free tickets to the circus. The first thing you had to pay for is $20 to park.
Yep.
Then you go in there, still got the free tickets to the circus. It was the most expensive night I've ever had in my life. And I didn't even pay for the circus tickets. The food, the toys, everything.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you walk out with the toys, and then you go look, because that's how I am. I go look on, like, Amazon.com for the exact same thing or whatever, and the same toy that was $30 is, like, $6.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And it's odd how we justify it, too. Like, you're at the circus or something like that, and you're like, oh, I'd like a snow cone. Okay, that'll be $23.
Right.
Really? Well, you get to keep the cup.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case.
The cup with the lion on it.
Yes, I'll take it.
I do that when I go to the movies. I go to the movies, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm at the movies, so I'll suspend reality and spend $7 on a soda.
Exactly.
Which is stupid. Other jobs celebrities had before they were famous. You know, Christopher Walken, he's a very interesting actor. He
More
was
cowbell.
More cowbell
Yes.
from SNL. He's been in a ton of movies. He goes on SNL all the time. He was a lion tamer trainer when he was 16 years old.
He looks like he could be a lion tamer.
Yeah,
He has that look.
He does.
Oh, yeah, he
like
does.
flamboyant and, just a little extra.
He's got such a distinctive voice. Could you imagine that talking to a lion?
Yeah.
Down, kitty. Down.
Down now. And they just eat him. Matthew McConaughey spent a year in Australia as an exchange student where he'd clean out chicken coops before he was famous. Although he grew up in Texas, and I think a lot of his life was not very glamorous until he became famous. Yeah. And Jason, you're going to love this. Gabri Sidibe.
Who?
She played Precious. She won like an Academy Award, was nominated. Can you Google her? No, don't Google her.
Okay.
She was a phone sex operator.
No way.
For 3 years before landing the lead in Precious.
No.
Now
know
Google her.
about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
I think you'll be
Because
really.
that was her first acting
role.
job, right? And she got like such critical acclaim for her work.
She did.
Gabrielle who?
Gabri. It's Gaburey.
Yep. Yep.
Sidibe.
I got it.
Phone sex operator.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they have FaceTime now.
Yeah. Right. Maybe it might have worked. She might have. I don't know. She has a cute voice. I can't remember. And then two last ones real quick. Ashton Kutcher. He worked in a cereal factory sweeping Cheerio dust. He also used to skin deer in a butcher shop.
Oh, gosh.
He's
Oh, wow.
He did grow up in Iowa and was a model there, too. And then Whoopi Goldberg, She worked as a morgue beautician,
Oh my gosh.
putting makeup on dead
And
people.
she was in that Ghost movie
Yeah.
too with Patrick
Dang.
Swayze. I do have one.
Yes,
Post Malone used to be a couple things. He used to work at a fast food chicken restaurant as a cook.
that's right. That's
He
right.
also used to be a wedding DJ. And in high school, he was voted the #1 person to become famous.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
That's like
and look at him.
Interesting.
Yep.
Mhm.
There he is. What was your before you became small, very small, lowest level in radio?
Yeah.
Jason Goodman. 'Cause I don't want to say famous. But
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not at
no,
all.
Yeah.
It's actually worse, probably.
Yeah.
Because now they know what I say.
Yeah. Right. Like, you said that. There's the guy. I think.
That's the one.
What was your the job that you had that you were like, whew, growing up, or you always had the glamorous
I
lifestyle?
didn't have a glamorous. I usually worked at my dad's store,
Okay.
which
Oh,
was
true.
the pharmacy. And then when I was in college, I worked at a tanning salon where I would actually spray the beds down
Yeah.
and wipe up the sweat. Wasn't horrible, though. Smoking hot girls came in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
But when I did get to ODU in Virginia, my dad's like, you need to get a job because I have out-of-state tuition to pay for the first year.
Yeah.
Then I ended up getting in-state, thank God. But I said I was desperate to find anything. I didn't have a car at the school. So I saw a sign on the wall in the dorm that they were having open position on the weekends to take out all the garbage.
Oh.
So the whole dormitory, you would put the garbage in a chute, and it would go down into this, like, cans each floor,
Ugh.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, I can do it. And the girl's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I could do it.
Ooh, the women's.
I'm
ooh.
gung-ho. I am gung-ho about doing this, right? Gung-ho because I always take it, embrace
Right. You want
it.
to? Yeah.
She's like, are you sure? Because this is, it's a tough job, and and the weekend we're not here, so the garbage piles up for 2 days, and on the weekend it's like even worse because of pizza boxes. And
She's like trying to make you not
Right.
take the job.
so I'm like, I can do it. Don't you know who I am? And literally, I went to the first day, went to one of the garbage things. It was such a disaster. I got it all over me. I just left it. And it was like a holiday weekend. I
That
just
sounds about right.
left it. And
Left
it piled up, and I just ran every time I saw her.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do it. I never got paid for it, obviously, but I just left it. I did it a couple. It was awful.
That's a terrible
It was
job.
awful. But
Ghosting since day one, right there.
but somebody has to do that.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
day.
That's a tough job. I mean, those are the people that need to be paid more money.
I agree.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You have some people that get paid significant amount of money for not doing not that difficult of anything.
Right.
And then you have this where you're getting trash all over you, you smell like trash and everything else.
There's
and
nothing
you
to
don't
look
get,
forward to.
And you don't get paid a lot of money.
There's
That's
no-
the people that should get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
I know. No perks. What about you, Squid?
Tire shop, tires and oil, doing that, and before that, I had a busboy job for a little bit at Elizabeth's Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So they
it
didn't
was
let you.
miserable.
They didn't let you be the waiter.
No, I was there for about a month and a half, and then quit, and I never actually was on payroll. I just was getting tips every day, and then the manager was like, "Oh, I never put you down. I can't give you a paycheck." So like, I quit, and then it was weird, very weird situation. But it was my first job, so I didn't know what I was.
You know what
doing.
you're doing. You do have
Yeah.
busboy vibes.
Yes, you do.
For sure.
Coming out like doing like kind
With a
of
ponytail and a,
Yeah,
Well, my hair was short then, but yeah.
like a half-aid job cleaning the tables.
There's
Yeah.
no one at that table. Can we sit there? We're waiting for the bus boy. It's
Here
been
he comes.
It's been 20 minutes.
You see him walking.
Can you
you're
go
like,
a little faster?
no, that's his top speed. And it's like, oh, please don't use that dirty rag again. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to get in the other rag. Yeah, I know. Or Matt.
My first job when I was in high school was I joke and say I worked in a sweatshop, but it was a screen printing
Oh, yeah.
company, and it was run out of my boss's 3-car garage. He converted it to his office, I guess. And because the temperature of the the dryer had to be a certain temperature to dry the ink on the shirts, we couldn't run air conditioning.
Oh gosh.
So you're in a garage in the summer, and the dryer itself is like 500 degrees. So it's putting off that heat.
Yeah.
Were you sweating all the time?
Nonstop. And so we would take like the sample shirts and cut the sleeves off and wrap our heads, like dunk them in cold water and wrap our heads. But then
Wow.
I'm
Like a
grabbing
Taliban?
grabbing these shirts after they come out of a 500-degree dryer to fold. So
Oh my.
at a certain point, I thought I could get away with crimes because I didn't think I'd have thumbprints anymore.
Right. Burn them off.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
That sucks. Anything with heat.
It was
Extreme
hot.
heat.
And
for
you
me,
were?
For me, I had a job that in some parts of it is glamorous as a teenager. Wet and Wild,
Oh, yeah.
water
yeah.
park.
Mm.
I took the least glamorous job, which is groundskeeper. Because when my friends were like, no, it's cool. Like he was this guy that thought he knew everything. And so all of my friends were like, yeah, let's do that. And I had a dustpan and a broom.
How hard is that?
Okay. For 12 hours a day in the sun, it's like, how long can you sweep? You're just sweeping stuff. Then if a baby, like, I remember having a diaper that had spilled over and and you had to go pick that up. And then they're like, well, since you're doing that, you can do janitor stuff too. So they were cleaning the bathrooms, hot bathrooms of people at water parks. Oh.
That's
And it's one thing if you're working like 4 hours a day, just go there and come back. It was 10 to 12 hours a day because it's a summertime job. Meanwhile, I had other friends that were lifeguards. And so they're there and they're getting, other high school girls are like hitting on them.
Certified.
Yeah. Or even a ride attendant, which you're not a lifeguard, you're not certified. You kind of stand there at the bottom of the ride.
Yeah.
They're not lifeguards because it's usually shallow water. But even those, they're like getting girls, and then we're like the guys wearing Umbros and fanny packs with, I swear, with our like little cleaning supplies in it. And it's like, that's not cool at all. No. And then I tore my ACL, luckily. And so then I came back, they had me as a ticket taker, and that was kind of fun because you like met everyone as they came in, and you were like the gatekeeper. Like, you can't bring that in. Although I was like, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. And then I would say that was probably, that was probably the hardest job that I had. Because it's just, you think it's easy, but 12 hours a day of sweeping up stuff in the heat, just after a while, you're like, I got nothing else to sweep. And you're like, you just stand
It's
here?
definitely not getting girls. You definitely weren't. If anything, they were like, left you out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're the lowest level there. There was a social order there. Lifeguards were number one, then ride attendants. Then if you kind of worked, like some of the games, like they had, like, you could be at the basketball game where, people were shooting to, like, win stuff. Or if you're one of the people that let them go on, like, they used to have this, not rope swing, but this huge
Oh, I know what you're talking
thing.
about.
I don't know if they still do that, but then that was cool. And then it was people who like worked in the fast food part of it, and then it was us, the groundskeepers.
I would have got certified to be a lifeguard.
My brother's a lifeguard, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was talking to this girl today." I'm like, "Yeah, of course you were." Yeah, I was talking to somebody's mom who kid pooped on the floor. I was cleaning up.
Everything I'm cleaning is moist.
This is not good.
Oh yeah, imagine it now. I think they have alcohol now. Imagine if they had alcohol back then.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
All the drunk people.